Friends, every week, we work hard to bring you terrifying animated horror stories. If you enjoy our channel's tales, don't forget to subscribe and hit the bell icon so you never miss our latest videos. Around you, nothing but endless black ocean. The waves crash softly, the fog thickens, and inside the ship, strange things begin to happen. Things no human could ever do. You want to escape. But where will you go? Outside? Only the endless ocean. Inside? Only the restless spirits of the dead. Where will you run? What will you do? Tonight, I'm going to tell you a story so terrifying that as you listen, you'll begin to imagine yourself there, on that ship, in his place. And you'll ask yourself, what would I do if it was me? This is no ordinary ship. This is the legendary RMS Queen Mary, built in the 1930s. It carried world leaders, celebrities, even Winston Churchill himself. But along with fame, the Queen Mary earned another name, the Grey Ghost. A ship drenched in blood, war, and tragedy. During World War II, it carried more than 15,000 soldiers at a time. It also carried death, bodies, spirits. And sometimes, it crushed smaller ships in its path, sending hundreds to watery graves. Every deck, every corridor, every room absorbed the screams of the lost. And they never left. Years later, when the Queen Mary was retired and turned into a museum in California, new staff were hired. Among them was Matthew. His first night shift began like any other. But soon, he would regret ever stepping on board. In the dimly lit maintenance room, his co-worker John warned him, "Listen carefully. This ship is not normal. There are places you must never go. Never wander at night. And whatever you do, stay away from door 13. But Matthew didn't believe in ghosts. He thought it was a joke. And that mistake nearly killed him. As he explored the lower decks, Matthew lost his way. The corridors all looked the same, endless steel walls, echoing footsteps. He called out for John. No answer. Only footsteps approaching, closer, closer. Then he heard his name, Matthew. He turned, and there it was. Door 13. A massive iron door slowly closing, and a man standing directly in its path. Matthew screamed, "Move. You'll be crushed." But the man didn't move. The door slammed shut with a thunderous boom, and the man's body split in half. Matthew froze in horror as the severed body opened its eyes and smiled, blood dripping from its mouth, laughing at him. Terrified, Matthew ran into the boiler room. The air was suffocating with heat, the furnaces glowing red. But then he saw a figure shoveling coal into the flames. Impossible. The ship was retired. The furnaces were dead. He stepped closer. Stop. There's no need for this. The man turned, and his face was melted, charred, skin peeling, teeth exposed. A corpse burned alive, still working the furnace. Matthew shoved him away, and the body fell screaming into the fire. Gasping for breath, Matthew stumbled to the upper deck, into the first-class swimming pool. There, in the pale moonlight, a woman sat at the pool's edge, wearing a bathing costume from the 1930s. Relieved, Matthew whispered, "Finally, someone alive." But before he could speak, she said, "Are you maintenance?" "Good. There's a wire in the pool. Take it out, or I won't swim." He hesitated. Something felt wrong. And then he heard John's voice behind him, shouting his name. The woman's face twisted. "They'll tell you I'm dead. But I'm not. I'm alive. I want to live. Don't believe them." Matthew turned back to John, but when he looked again, the woman was gone. Only wet footprints, leading into the empty pool. Later, John revealed his own encounter. He said he was lured upstairs by the sound of a grand party, music, laughter, glasses clinking. But when he opened the door, nothing. Only darkness. Only silence. These were not illusions, not tricks of the mind. The Queen Mary carries the weight of thousands of deaths. The ghost of Harry, the worker crushed by door 13, still screams in agony. In Stateroom B340, blankets are ripped away at night by unseen hands. In the pool, a woman and a little girl wander, eternally trapped. In the boiler room, burned men still shovel coal for a war that ended decades ago. Every corridor whispers. Every room remembers. This ship is not a museum. It's a tomb. Even today, paranormal investigators hear voices, footsteps, and laughter where no one exists. The Queen Mary is more than haunted. It's alive with the dead. So I ask you, would you dare step aboard? Would you survive a night on the world's most haunted ship? Because if you do, remember this. You can leave the Queen Mary, but the Queen Mary may never leave you.